Do you find yourself craving something sweet every afternoon? Maybe you've told yourself, starting today, I'm giving up sweets only to reach for them again. And then you blame yourself, thinking, I just don't have enough willpower. I used to blame myself too every time I ate too many sweets. But it may not be a lack of willpower. Your everyday habit and eating patterns may actually be making those cravings stronger. In this video, I will share 3 reasons you may be craving sweets, 3 Japanese diet approaches that can help, and 5 simple steps to try when you still want something sweet. By the end of this video, I hope you will feel more confidence about managing your cravings without completely giving up the food you enjoy. And if you'd like to start building a more balanced meal, I've also created a free Japanese diet starter guide. I will tell you more about it at the end of this video. Now, let's look at 3 reasons you may be craving sweets. The first reason is that you may not be eating enough. Many women who are trying to lose weight believe that eating less is the answer. So they may skip breakfast or lunch, or cut back too much on carbohydrate. But when your body isn't getting enough energy from your meals, start looking for something that can provide energy quickly. That's why you may suddenly crave chocolate, cookies, or other sweets in the afternoon or evening. So it may not be that you simply can't control yourself. Your body may be trying to tell you, I need more energy. The second reason is that eating sweets may have become a habit. For example, even when you are not hungry, you may automatically think, I always have dessert after lunch, or I need a cookie with my coffee. When you repeat this pattern every day, your brain begins to connect certain times or activities with something sweet. So, when that moment arrives, you may automatically reach for it, even if your body doesn't actually need food. We don't always eat because we are physically hungry. Sometimes we eat out of habit, triggered by a certain time, place, activity, or mood. And the third reason is that sweets can become an easy score of comfort or reward. Sweet food activates the reward system in the brain, which can temporarily make us feel happy and satisfied. That's why we are often more likely to reach for them when we are tired, stressed, or haven't had enough sleep. Over time, the brain remembers, when I eat something sweet, I feel better. So when we feel stressed or exhausted again, we may naturally start craving sweets. Of course, eating something sweet once will not immediately make you gain weight or harm your health. However, eating foods high in sugar by themselves on an empty stomach can cause a rapid rise in blood sugar. For some people, the changes that follow may leave them feeling hungry again, tired, or sleepy. This may make you reach for something sweet again as a quick score of energy, creating a circle of cravings. Over time, this may lead to eating more energy than your body needs, and possibly gaining weight. But the goal is not to completely give up sweets. The important thing is to understand why you are craving them. Begin by improving your everyday meals and lifestyle habit. So, how can we use the Japanese diet approach to build meals that help make 3 cravings feel more manageable? Now, let's look at 3 Japanese diet approaches that can help make sweet cravings more manageable. The first is to eat enough at meal times. When people start trying to lose weight, they often do more than skip meals. They may make every meal too small or cut back too much on carbohydrate. But when you don't eat enough, your body may not get the energy and the nutrients it needs. This can lead to stronger cravings for sweets later in the day. I usually make sure I eat enough at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. But it's not simply about eating 3 meals a day. Each meal should be balanced, satisfying, and substantial enough to meet your body's need. So instead of making your meals too small just because you are trying to lose weight, start by eating balanced and satisfying meals at regular meal times. The second approach is to include protein in every meal. Protein is an essential nutrient that helps build and maintain your muscles, skin, hair, hormones, and many other parts of your body. It is especially important for maintaining muscle while managing your weight in a healthy way. Including protein can also help you feel satisfied for longer and make you less likely to reach for something sweet soon after a meal. As a simple guide, aim for a portion about the size and thickness of your palm at each meal. For breakfast, you might choose eggs, natto or yogurt. For lunch or dinner, try include fish, chicken, tofu, or another source of protein. And the third approach is to stop being afraid of carbohydrate and including more fiber-rich choices. When you are trying to lose weight, you may think, I need to cut back even more on carbs. But cutting carbohydrate too much can leave your body without enough energy and may actually make your cravings for sweets stronger. Carbohydrates are an important source of energy for both your body and your brain. Instead of avoiding them completely, try including options that also provide fiber and nutrients such as vitamin B1, which helps your body turn carbohydrate into energy. Some examples are brown rice, rice mixed with barley, oatmeal, soba noodles, and whole grain bread. But this doesn't mean you have to stop eating white rice. White rice can still be part of a balanced meal when you pair it with protein such as fish, eggs, or tofu, along with vegetables, seaweed, mushrooms, or miso soup. The important thing is not to think about carbohydrates on their own. It's about how you build the entire meal. So, to summarize, eat enough at meal times, include protein in every meal, and don't be afraid of carbohydrate. Instead, focus on creating balance across the whole meal. These are 3 Japanese diet approaches that can help make sweet cravings feel more manageable. Now, even after improving your meals, you really want something sweet. When that happens, here are 5 simple steps you can try. Step 1. Pause and ask yourself what you really need. Before reaching for something sweet, pause for a moment and take a slow, deep breath. Then ask yourself, do I truly want something sweet right now? Am I physically hungry? Or am I reaching for food because I'm tired, stressed, or simply following a habit? It may also help to reconnect with what you want for yourself. Maybe you want to wear favorite outfit again, feel a little lighter in your body, or simply feel healthier and more energetic. This isn't about judging or criticizing yourself. It's simply a moment to slow down and check in with your body and your emotions. Step 2. Have a warm drink. Next, slowly enjoy a cup of hot tea, warm water, or unsweetened coffee. A warm drink can help you feel calmer and may soften the urge to eat something immediately. Once you have finished your drink, check in with yourself again and see whether you still want something sweet. Step 3. Brush your teeth and create a clear end to the meal. This can be especially helpful if you usually crave dessert after a meal. Brushing your teeth sends a simple signal that the meal is over. it can make it easier to avoid automatically reaching for dessert just because it's part of your usual routine. You could also move away from where the sweets are kept or take a short walk. Step 4. Choose something that better meets your need. If you still feel like eating something, first think about what your body is actually asking for. If you are physically hungry, try something more satisfying, such as almonds or walnuts or yogurt topped with kinako, which is roasted soybean powder. In Japan, we also eat food such as dried squid, which takes time to chew and can feel satisfying. If it's sweetness you are craving, see whether fruits are baked sweet potato, roasted chestnuts, or a small amount of dried food would satisfy you, rather than simply forcing yourself to resist the craving. Look for an option that matches what you need and leaves your body feeling more satisfied. Step 5. Make a homemade treat. Sometimes fruits or a baked sweet potato just isn't what you want. You may be craving chocolate or an actual dessert. In that case, try making a more nourishing treat at home. One of the treats I sometimes make is tofu chocolate truffle. I blend tofu with cocoa powder and prunes. They are easy to make with a rich chocolatey taste. Having a few healthier dessert recipes that you genuinely enjoy can make it easier to include sweets in your life without completely banning them. And of course, if you still want regular chocolate, it's perfectly okay to have some. The important thing is not to eat it with guilt or tell yourself that you have done something wrong. Make a conscious choice to have it. Choose an amount that feels right for you and enjoy it slowly. So, to review the 5 steps, pause and check in with yourself. Have a warm drink, brush your teeth to create a clear end to the meal. Choose something that better meets your need. And if you still want a dessert, make a healthier homemade treat. With these 5 steps, the Japanese diet approach isn't about forcing yourself to resist sweet. It's about learning how to enjoy them in a more mindful and balanced way. And you don't need to try all 5 steps at once. The next time you crave something sweet, simply choose one step that feels manageable and try it today. Craving sweets doesn't necessarily mean that you lack willpower. You may not be eating enough overall, or your meals may not provide enough energy or protein. You may also be cutting back too much on carbohydrate, or your cravings may be influenced by fatigue or habit. So instead of simply trying to resist sweet, start by making sure you eat enough at each meal. Include a score of protein, don't be afraid of carbohydrate, and focus on creating balance across the whole meal. And when you still want something sweet, choose just one of the 5 steps I shared today and give it a try. By making small, mindful choices over time, you can learn to enjoy sweet in a more balanced way without completely giving them up. If you'd like to start building balanced meals using the Japanese diet approach, I've created a free Japanese diet starter guide for you. It included a guide to building a Japanese diet plate, a beginner-friendly shopping list, a simple 3-day meal plan, and more. You can download it for free using the link in the description. I hope it helps you begin building a balanced, satisfying meal in a simple and practical way. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.